Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Wow, I feel like it has been a hot fucking minute since I said that sentence. Because it has been. I really should have adjusted everything before I started, but that would take a brain, or two brain cells at least, to rub together. So, for those of you who have been living under a rock and don't know, there is going to be 6 bonus episodes added on to the end of the season 10, so it's been called 10C, which I'm like, bit of an odd thing to go with, but whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm just happy we're getting episodes. I wasn't aware that the synopsises, that is a fucking hard word to say. The synopsis of each episode is up, and the episode titles and like the listings as to what they are. So I mentioned it in my last video that I didn't know when each episode was going to come. So why can't I talk today? What the fuck is wrong with me? You know, for someone who's been talking for 24, I'm not 25 yet. For someone who's been talking for 24 years, you think I'd be a bit better at it than I am? Fuck. Talking is hard, okay? So The Walking Dead is coming back to our screens on the 28th of February, which I'm like, thank you, Jesus. It's been a long wait, but one thing that kind of surprises me more than anything is the fact that they even managed to get these episodes down at all, because these episodes would have been filmed during quarantine or during lockdown. I'm in Ireland, I live in Ireland, I'm from Ireland, and I don't know much about, like, Georgia. I know that's where they film, so I don't know what it's been like over there, but I know, like, here we've been in level 5 lockdown, which is the most strict. It's like everything is closed except for essential shops. We've been in that since, like, Christmas. We've been in that lockdown since, I think it was the day after Christmas we went into it, but about 2 months going strong, and we don't even have like an end date as of recording this. We spent all of last year in and out of lockdown, so we'd come out of it, we'd just start being like, is it alright to come out, lads? And then boom, lockdown again. So I don't know how the fuck they managed to get these shot, but I think it really is a credit to them that they did do it, and I'm excited that we have a little bit of something before season 11. Season 11 is going to be emotional, but shh, we're not talking about that because that is sadness. So 10C. So episode 17, that sounds so weird to say. In all of our 10 seasons, we've never, that's just, that's weird. So episode 17 is Maggie's episode, and I'm so excited. The thing about The Walking Dead is I'm a very sentimental bitch, right? So like I form attachments to people and sets and places very easily. So like when it comes to this show, there's certain characters that I just love. Yeah, just because they're OGs. They're our original cast. I love them. They just excite me immensely. Maggie's been on the show since forever at this point. She's had a really interesting story arc, and it's been heartbreaking watching what she's go through, but it's been insane watching how she's overcome everything too. And I'm so excited to see how she got to where she is and how she dealt with what she had to deal with. And I said it before and I'll say it again, I sound like a broken record, but I don't care because you willingly clicked on this video and you know that I ramble. I'm so excited to see how her and Negan interact with each other, because like people have said, they've already interacted with each other since the lineup, since the you know what, since poor Glenn got his head. They have already interacted since then, but I feel like we're going to see a different take and you are going to see a different take and a different side on it. You're going to get to see them talk and probably go a bit more into like the feelings of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like Negan, I think Negan's, the scene in the cell where Negan broke down and he begged her to kill him, that is one of my favourite scenes in Walking Dead history, because to see a character that was once like top of everything, top of the food chain, top of whatever, to see a character like that grovel, it was something. And Jeffrey's acting in that episode and Lauren Cohen's was insane. So I do want to get to see more of them. The thing as well that interests me about that is watching other people's response and reaction to scenes like that, because I've said it many times before, Negan's the guy that you hate to love or you love to hate. You know what I'm saying? He burst into the show, larger than life. My man has had some memorable one-liners, and he has created fucking chaos. He did some shit. He's done a lot of shit, okay? He is the shit king. Wow, truly away with words. But watching people's response to him is more interesting, I think, than even him, because he is such a polarizing character. If you say to anyone who watches the show, like, what's your take on Negan? just, you can tell within a millisecond, oh Jesus, they are going to go on a rant about how much they hate them, or they would die for him because he's everything. I enjoy watching him. I think he is one of my favourite characters probably in TV history. And I feel like every time I say that, I need to back it up with the statement of, you can love a character, you can love watching them and enjoy watching them without agreeing with what they do. You're allowed like villains. You're allowed well, even that's controversial. Ow. Even that's controversial because there's people that don't class Negan as a villain anymore, or never really did. It's a thing. I feel like once you start talking about Negan, that's it. You can just cross out the next half hour because you are going to go on a tangent. I should really start making notes for I should really start making notes. And I've been doing videos for what, 4 years? Well, too late now. But it'll be interesting to see, given the time jumps and given the amount of space that has passed, and that we see that Maggie has been through shit since then and gone through it. Will that change her perspective? Will that, whatever? I mean, like, if that was me and I was Maggie, I'd still probably be trying to stab Negan in his sleep. I'm all for, like, growth and change and redemption, and Negan does seem to have changed. He does seem to have gone about trying to get on the right path to something. You know what I'm saying? He's trying. Does that erase everything he's done? No, but he's trying. But if I was Maggie, I'd still be like, yeah, look at you go. Wow, you're changing. I'm going to fucking kill you when no one's looking. But wow, good for you. Episode 18 is Daryl and Carol's episode, which again, Daryl and Carol are just, alright, I love Daryl. He's my favourite character in TV history, ever. And I stand by that. I don't care. I stood by my man, even when everyone else was shitting all over his character and being like, oh my god, he's so boring. I was like, you shut your fucking mouth or I will cry behind my laptop screen. I love Daryl, always have. Since he stumbled onto my screen, I was all, him. Yes, him. He will do. I will have him. And outside of that, like, the arc and the storyline that he has taken on, and the fact that he went against everything that he could have been to become what he is, that's the growth that we like to see. Same goes for Carol, and that's why I like the two of them. The reason I like the two of them is too much to put into one video. Like, I wouldn't even be able to start. But I do love both characters for very similar reasons. And I feel like they get each other, they understand each other, they're good for being around each other. Now, when it comes to shipping, right? I always say ship what you want, ship what you like, whatever. I'm like, you do you. If you love two characters together, that's grand. Whatever. But I feel like as soon as you start talking about ships or relationships in shows, my god, do people get fucking vicious. And I'm like, you know what? I get it. I have some ships like that I'm like, I will go down with the ship and I will happily scream at you if you come at me. So, like, whatever. But I feel like this episode would be very telling as to where they're going to take their relationship, be it platonic, be it romantic, whatever the fuck they're planning on doing with it. It's going to be interesting to see how they go about that. And I feel like this episode is going to set up their solo show or the spin-off show. There is a spin-off show happening and it's being dubbed as like the Daryl and Carol spin-off because they're both fucking off over to this show. So it's gonna be interesting to see the dynamics in this and how it plays out, is what I'm trying to say. Episode 19, one more, is apparently Father Gabriel and Aaron's episode. I said recently, I don't know, was it on Twitter or Instagram, somewhere. I said somewhere I want to see more of Aaron. He's the kind of character who he's been there since like forever. But they give him like a surge in screen time every now and again and then they're like, and he's gone. And then he comes back for a surge of screen time and then he's gone again. And I'm like, can you just stop it and let us just be with him for a little while, okay? So I am excited that him and Gabriel are getting their own little moment to shine because Gabe as well, like the fucking the fucking backstory. My man came into the show a snivelling little bitch up on a rock and now look at him. Look at him now. Episode 20, Splinter apparently is... Oh, okay, so that deals with Eugene, Ezekiel, Yumiko and Princess being captured and all of that. And this is a princess. Oh, this is the princess backstory. Oh, I'm gonna fucking cry like a bitch, I'm guessing. It's interesting that they don't throw in Splinter as episode 17. Because I feel like with the flow of the season, it would have made more sense to have that as episode 17. Because didn't we end the season with them being captured? Wouldn't it make more sense to just go straight into... What the fuck do I know? Nothing. I know nothing. Episode 21, Diverged, is... Daryl and Carol again? They come to a fork in the road and they head their separate ways. What? Oh, okay. So this is like a Daryl and Carol episode, but individually, apparently. Okay. Well, I don't like that, because if they're coming to a fork in the road, I'm guessing they're going to have some big kind of fucking powwow, and it's going to be emotional, and I'm not going to like it, because I hate it when my favourite people fight. Okay? I don't like it. I'm like, come to me, and I'll beg you to just kiss and make up, figuratively, whatever the fuck. Getting back to the shipping stuff, because I got sidetracked, and I don't remember when I stopped talking about the shipping, but I did. Like, there are certain couples, or certain characters that I want to get together more than anything. But, like, I get that other people mightn't like that or whatever. But when it comes to shows like this that have such staple characters and staple storylines and story arcs that they've been building up for years, it's just, no matter what they do, people are going to be mad. People are going to be pissed. So I just can't wait to see what they decide to do, if they decide to do anything. And I've said it before with Daryl. I mean, they've nearly taken his character down paths so many times, and then they just kind of abandoned it. With Daryl, I really thought they were going to go the ace route. I thought they were going to make him asexual and just let that be, you know. I'm not seeing Connie's name in like any of these episode descriptions. They're very brief synopsises, don't worry. You guys know how I feel about spoilers. I fucking hate spoilers, so we're not in that territory. But I'm not seeing Connie's name in any of these episodes, and I'm like, motherfuckers, you brought her back. I saw her rise from that fucking rubble. And then to end off the bonus episodes, or 10C, whatever the fuck it is we're calling it, is Here's Negan. Now, I know I talked kind of briefly about him earlier, but I just saw a picture of him and I'm just like, ah, Christ. Here's the deal, right? Look, I try and be cool. I try and play it cool and be like, yeah, whatever. I can be chill. I'm aware that when you post a video online, anybody can see it. And I have tried to be more careful about that, okay? But I can't help the fact that I just love who I love, and there are certain people in this world that I love, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan is one of them, okay? I try not to fangirl, particularly on Twitter, because I know a lot of the cast, somehow, a lot of the cast do follow me, and I'm like, well, I can't fangirl over fucking there, because they'll see it. Just to, like, explain my level of anxiety when it comes to using social media. It's so unnecessary, but I've gotten into this habit of saving things to drafts. So I'll come up with a tweet, or I'll have a tweet, but I'll be like, oh, I've already tweeted like twice today. I don't want to annoy my followers, the people who follow me, so I'll just save it to my drafts and tweet it like tomorrow. I postpone tweeting from my own account in case I annoy the people who chose to follow me. Oh, I'll just come over here and talk to you fuckers and be like, lads, Jesus. I recently started rewatching Supernatural for the 3rd time since lockdown started. Since last March, I've rewatched that show 3 times. Okay. 3 times. I'm alright, really. I'm fine. I'm not. I've got so many problems at the moment. But I like distracting myself with anything. Going back and seeing Jeffrey as John Winchester, that was my first kind of exposure to him. It's a big, long story, but I started Supernatural when I was like 14 years old, and I started it because of Cass, because of Misha, because I saw pretty pictures of an angel and was like, I love him so much, I would die for this character, and I don't even know who they are. I should probably watch the show. So then I started Supernatural, and then I discovered John Winchester, and I was like, well, hello there. John Winchester obviously is not without his flaws. He's a very flawed character and a very flawed man. But that was my first exposure to Jeffrey. And then when I heard that he was coming on board with The Walking Dead, I was like, wow, okay, my fandoms are colliding and I'm about to die from feelings. So, people have been asking for Here's Negan. That was a tangent. I don't even know where that came from or what the point was. But look, I needed to say it and it's out there now. So what can you do? People have been waiting for a Here's Negan episode probably since like the lineup. People have been saying like, we need backstory. We want to see his backstory on screen. We want to see what he's been through. We want to see what he's done. We want to see him struggle and claw his way to a place that we can recognize, you know? Now, like I said before, it's going to be very telling with how they handle this, because I do believe everybody is capable of redemption and every character is capable of change without trying to scrub the past clean. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did what he did. You can't change that, but you can show growth, you can show development, which they have done. So it's going to be interesting to see how they deal with the before that. You know, like his backstory, his what led him to get to where we met him. I have a feeling that's going to cause a bit of divide in the fandom because especially they're going to show Lucille. We're going to see his and Lucille's storyline play out. Lucille is his wife, played by his real wife in real life, Jeffrey and Hillary. Look, I've said it before, alright? But I'll say it again because I am nothing if not a broken fucking record. I love when people who are dating or people who are friends in real life act on screen together, because I feel like their chemistry is just undeniable, be it platonic or romantic, whatever. If they're friends in real life or they know each other and are very familiar in real life, it translates to screen so spectacularly, and it's something that I think you can't fake. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, acting obviously is just a big game of make-believe, but when you know the person in real life and then you're on screen together, it just brings something different. It brings this spark. So I'm so excited to see him and Hillary together. I'm excited to see all of that, and I'm especially excited to see the response to that and how people deal with that and what they make of it. I'm so pumped. Look, as much as I love all of the other characters, this is the one I am most excited for. Here's Negan is the episode that I'm most excited for. And those fuckers knew, the little motherfuckers knew that the whole viewership, or a big chunk of the viewership, would take that kind of take on it and would want to see Here's Negan. So do you know what they did? They went, we'll put it at the end of everything, so we'll make them wait even longer. I think they should have opened up 10C with Here's Negan, but that's just me. I'm an impatient bitch. I can't help it. After Here's Negan, I'm probably most excited to get to see Princess's backstory, because we really didn't get any time with her at all. But from the time that we did get with her, I just fell in love. I think she's fucking brilliant. Great actress. Like, if somebody can make you tear up when you've only known them for like 5 fucking minutes, there's something special there. So I'm so excited to see her. And I'm just, God. And I want to see more of Ezekiel as well, because you guys know my thoughts on him. Do you know what? I just want to see more of everyone. I just want the show back. I'm like, give me the fucking show. We're 1 week out. Well, a week and like 2 days, but who's counting? Not me. I am. It'll be good to have a little bit of structure, a little bit of routine back, something to look forward to every week. After that then, I believe it's the 11th of April. Fear the Walking Dead is coming back, which again, you guys know my thoughts on Fear. I love Fear. I've stuck with it since the very beginning. I've really enjoyed watching the highs and the lows, watching the changes, the character arcs, whatever the fuck. I love that I can go over something as articulate as I've loved watching the character arcs too. Whatever the fuck. We're dealing with serious bedhead at the moment. Oh Jesus, look at this. It's like a bird's nest. I decided to grow my hair out over lockdown. Not because no hairdressers were open, because I've been cutting my own hair for years. But because, I don't know, I'm going through something. I'm about to hit 25. I'm having some kind of quarter life crisis. I'm like, do you know what? I'll grow my hair. Oh no, I just realised there's still blusher on my finger from doing my makeup. Oh. Kate, do you even check yourself before you start recording? And yeah, I use my fingers to do my makeup. I don't have time for brushes. Look at this. So Fear's back, April 11th. I'm so fucking excited for that. And Walking Dead World Beyond, I don't think there's been a whole lot of updates. I think they're back filming. I think that's as far as anybody knows. Was that a fever dream, or did they actually announce that they were back filming? I don't know. Please don't take anything I say as like fact. But it'll be good to have something fun to look forward to each week, and something that we love. If you're here watching me, it's because you love The Walking Dead. So like, ow, Jesus. I'm ready for some happiness and some back into our weeks. So that is that. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always. The reactions, yes, of course I'll be doing reactions to 10C, as like, duh, it's The Walking Dead, so yeah. I'll be posting them probably every Monday evening Irish time. So I'll probably be aiming to get them up about 7 or 8 p.m. Irish time. So I don't know what time that is for where you are in the world, but Google is free. In the meantime, I'm still powering on with Patreon. I upload twice a day, every day over there. In the upcoming weeks, I'm starting reactions to WandaVision, I'm starting reactions to Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I'm starting reactions to the Star Wars movies, because believe it or not, I have never seen them, so I'm starting from the very beginning, or as close to the beginning as I can, because Jesus Christ, that is one confusing movie franchise. Wow. Like, the first movie is actually the fourth movie, and I'm like, what? I'm also continuing on with the usual reactions, like there's Walking Dead reactions gone up there, there's Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, American Horror Story, Doctor Who, Shadowhunters, Lucifer, River... Why is that word so hard for me to say? Oh yeah, I'm also starting Daredevil as well. Those reactions are starting up in the upcoming weeks. There's also reactions to The Punisher and Teen Wolf and stuff. So the link is down below if you guys want to check that out. All of the relevant information will be on my Patreon. And whatever goes up over there generally stays over there. It won't be coming over to YouTube. The link to my Twitter, my Instagram is also there if you want to connect. Say hey, whatever. Thank you so much for watching. And I will talk to you all soon. The next video you guys see is going to be a Walking Dead reaction. Thank you, Jesus.